Picture this. You're on a far-flung island in the middle of the ocean. Around you, dark clouds start to gather overhead, quickly turning into a raging storm. The wind is howling, rain lashing down, and the sea roaring like some wild beast. Then suddenly, everything goes black. You're plunged into darkness as tall trees are uprooted and flung around like toys. The sea recedes and crashes back in huge waves that threaten to swallow everything in sight. You're utterly alone, clinging to the last fragments of hope. Now ask yourself, where would you go for shelter? What would you do to survive the worst Mother Nature has to throw at you? Would you find refuge under a flimsy tin roof shack or scrounge for cover in a hollowed-out log? Perhaps you'd build a quick lean-to, hoping it would offer some respite from the elements. But in the face of such untamed power, how could anyone hope to survive, let alone thrive? But here's the twist. Our ancestors didn't just endure such trials, they conquered them. For thousands of years, they created homes out of natural materials like wood and leaves, structures so robust they stood firm against earthquakes, typhoons, and avalanches. Today, you might think that sounds crazy. We live in a time of towering steel and glass skyscrapers, reinforced concrete, and cutting-edge weather forecasting. Yet even with all our modern marvels, extreme weather events still take lives and level entire communities. In the face of that, our ancestors' achievements seem almost magical, especially this. Have you ever heard of a pandanus hut? No nails, screws, or synthetic materials. It's just woven palm leaves, sturdy wooden poles, and some vines. These huts are lightweight yet incredibly durable. They can withstand gale-force winds, torrential rains, and even snow. Modern scientists and engineers are baffled by their construction. Just imagine being able to erect a home within hours that can stand up to hurricanes and typhoons. If that sounds too good to be true, think again. The secret lies in understanding the unique properties of palm fronds and mastering the art of weaving them together. When you walk into a lush palm grove, you notice something special. Each leaf emerges from the center of the tree in a particular orientation, facing in the direction of prevailing winds. That's no accident. As the tree grows, it takes advantage of wind currents to guide its growth, which means each leaf acts like a tiny flag showing you which way the wind blows. This natural compass helps builders position their structures for optimal wind resistance. But that's just the beginning. Every part of the leaf offers different strengths. At the base near the trunk, the fibers are tough and fibrous, perfect for creating a strong matting. Toward the tip, the fibers become softer and more flexible, ideal for weaving intricate patterns. By harvesting fronds at just the right angle, builders get the perfect combination of strength and flexibility in every structure. Take, for example, the iconic Nuafo hut. Its dome-like shape is deceptively simple, yet structurally brilliant. A central pole supports a framework of ribs radiating outwards. Then comes the magic. Layers of palm fronds are meticulously woven over this frame, each layer offsetting the last to form a tight, overlapping lattice. This creates a self-locking system that requires no additional fasteners. It's the result. A lightweight, yet remarkably resilient dome that can withstand powerful cyclones that regularly batter the Pacific Islands. But it's not just about selecting the right materials and weaving them together. It's also about understanding the forces of nature and designing structures that work with them, not against them. These ancient builders observed how water flows, how wind patterns shifted, how sunlight moved across the landscape throughout the day. They learned from the rhythms of nature and incorporated those lessons into their designs. Roofs were angled to shed water quickly, walls were built to catch cooling breezes, windows were placed to harness sunlight. Every detail was a conscious choice, aimed at living in harmony with the natural world. This knowledge allowed them to build homes that were not just shelters from the elements, integral parts of their environment. Now, why is that important? Because it's not enough to simply survive. If we're going to thrive, we need to live in balance with the world around us. Our homes should not be separate from nature, but interwoven with it. The traditional knowledge embedded in these ancient buildings holds profound lessons for us today. As climate change intensifies, we're seeing more frequent and severe weather events. Coastal communities worldwide are facing rising sea levels, stronger storms, and more extreme weather. Yet in the midst of this crisis, these age-old techniques offer a glimmer of hope, demonstrating that with ingenuity and respect for nature, we can build homes that not only withstand the fury of the elements, but also coexist harmoniously with the natural world. By understanding and integrating these principles into modern construction methods, we can create buildings that are not just resilient, but truly sustainable. Take, for example, the idea of using locally sourced natural materials. Not only does this reduce the carbon footprint of construction, but it also taps into the unique wisdom embedded in local building techniques. Materials like bamboo, palm, wood, and thatch, when used in traditional ways, offer a blend of sustainability and resilience that's hard to beat. Bamboo, for instance, is one of the fastest-growing plants on the planet. When used in construction, it provides a lightweight yet incredibly strong material that can withstand earthquakes and heavy snowfall. Thatch, often dismissed as a rudimentary roofing material, actually offers excellent insulation and can regulate interior temperatures naturally, reducing the need for artificial heating and cooling. Traditional construction techniques, like the interlocking joints used in bamboo and wood buildings, eliminate the need for nails or concrete, reducing waste and resource consumption. Natural materials also form a natural insulating layer, regulating temperature and reducing energy costs. Moreover, many traditional building techniques incorporate passive design strategies. For example, the placement of windows and doors can maximize natural light and ventilation, reducing the need for artificial lighting and mechanical systems. Earth-sheltered structures, once considered primitive, are now being studied for their ability to maintain consistent temperatures year-round, drastically reducing energy consumption. These traditional practices not only offer sustainable alternatives to modern construction, but also provide valuable lessons in resilience. In regions prone to natural disasters, local communities have developed construction techniques that can withstand earthquakes, hurricanes, and floods. For example, in Japan, houses are built on stilts to elevate them above potential floodwaters. In regions prone to earthquakes, buildings are constructed with flexible joints that allow them to sway during tremors, reducing the risk of collapse. Incorporating these time-tested techniques into modern construction can create buildings that are not only environmentally friendly, but also better equipped to handle the challenges of extreme weather events. Furthermore, preserving and reviving these traditional skills is essential for cultural continuity. Many indigenous communities have developed unique building techniques that are integral to their cultural heritage. By promoting the use of local materials and traditional craftsmanship, we can help safeguard these cultural practices for future generations. Moreover, embracing traditional construction methods can foster a sense of community. Building a home is often a communal effort, bringing neighbors and community members together. This shared experience strengthens bonds and creates a sense of collective responsibility for the well-being of the community. It's easy to dismiss these traditional techniques as primitive or outdated.
However,
in a world grappling with the challenges of climate change and resource depletion, we can't afford to ignore the wisdom embedded in our past. The lessons lie in the sturdy palm leaf huts that have stood the test of time. By integrating these insights into modern construction methods, we can pave the way for a more sustainable and resilient future. So the next time you gaze upon a palm leaf shelter, remember that within its seemingly simple structure lie centuries of wisdom and survival. Let's rediscover these lost lessons together.